Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2024. It's been a while. Been about 10 days since I last uploaded. Really, if haven't had the time. Been kind of busy in life, so my apologies. But going to try to do a video tonight. And mostly, I've been busy with the NCAA tournament. Took off last week to watch the first two rounds, and mostly things are not going how I would prefer. But I'll spare you from listening to my complaints about what's happened so far. We'll just jump right into this gameplay here. And in the last video, if you remember, we went through the draft and we draft. Let's look at the team because we got a kind of a whole new team in a sense compared to what we had last season. So most notably, we have Andre Voskuhl, now a 3.5-star player. We still have Aaron Fortson from last season. We've got TJ Crowley, who is a 3-star player. We have really I'll probably play George Parker at the 4, Steve Bennett at the 5, and that will probably be the starting lineup. I think it's pretty solid. And the rest of these players will probably be bench players. So that's kind of what the makeup of the team looks like. We could check the depth chart just to make sure, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. And you see exactly um, that's how it's suggested here to start things out. So this will be our lineup to start things out. We'll see how they go. I don't know what to expect, but I'm leaning toward thinking we'll be decent. We'll do about a dozen games in this video. Hopefully, it won't be another 10 days before I get it upload again. Uh, wasn't my intention to go that long, but real life kind of happens, so it happens sometimes. Um, and let's go ahead and get started. So we got the Bison first in the first game. Check out the game preview, and we are actually a favorite in this game. They actually have an injury to Mario O'Connor, who's out with a torn Achilles, which is could be from last season, semi from last season. If you got that before the season started, kind of reminds me of I think back in would have been 2014, 2015 season had just started. Julius Randle was drafted by the Lakers, and in his very first game, if I'm not mistaken, he had I don't know if it was a torn Achilles exactly, but he had some kind of injury in the very first game where he was out the rest of the season. Um, Also, I think that also happened to Gordon Hayward, right? A few seasons later for the Celtics, broke his leg. I remember watching that game. So, yeah, that can happen and be unfortunate. But they haven't played a game yet, so I'm assuming that's an injury that's carried over from the previous season. But let's go ahead and play this game. And we have a win here, first game of the season. And let's check and see how um, things played out. Aaron Fortson, once again, player of the game. Not surprising. And the rest of the players, looks like everybody got to at least check in. 16 points by Bryson off the bench. And yeah, looks like um, Fortson was the best player by a pretty good percentage. TJ Crowley went 0 for 7 from 3, which concerns me a little bit. May have just been a cold night. He's pretty decent from outside shooting, so it's not as if you can't knock one down. Probably just had a cold night. We'll go ahead and continue on. as I am playing this game in the background, I have UConn and Illinois going at it, and UConn, last I looked, was on like a 30-0 run against Illinois. So, uh, man, UConn looks pretty amazing. I don't know if anybody can take them down. I had North Carolina winning in my bracket. I did not. I thought North Carolina had the easiest road, and usually you won't see a repeat champion. I mean, the last time we saw that in college was with Florida in 2007. So I don't know. I just didn't feel like UConn would do it. I thought that maybe they still won't. They still have games to play after this game, but I think they're clearly in charge of this game unless something crazy happens, and they'll be in the Final Four once again. And they would play either Alabama or Clemson in the Final Four, depending on who wins that game tonight. And yeah, I think they would run Clemson off the court, to be honest. And Alabama is looking really good right now, so the Alabama game might be decent, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody can stop them. Anyway, we'll keep continuing on here. We got the Condors next, and let's go ahead and go. And another win, 6 blocks from Steve Benning, but looks like Andre Voskuhl suffered a injury. So let's check out what's going on with him. Strained hamstring, so he's out 12 days, so that's not horrible. Certainly could be worse. We did pick up the win, so let's go ahead and get to the next game. We got the peaks here. So let's change things around a little bit. Yeah, I think let's place Mitchell into the starting lineup. He started some for us last season. And we'll have Voskuhl and Anderson sit out since they are injured. And we'll run with this here. So let's go ahead and do this game. Still got the win despite the injury. James Click suffered an injury. So yeah, we're already running into injury problems, but despite that, we are 3-0. So I can't complain too much. Well, we have 4 injured players. I may have to sign some filler here depending on what this looks like. So let's see if what kind of injury did Click? Back spasms. So Kenny Daniels is also out. Man. We're going to put Anderson in for Parker. There we go. So we got a 7-man lineup. We got Bennett playing every single second of this game. So, you know what? I think we could probably afford to sign another center real quick. Just to have some filler because we've got so many injury problems right now. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go with free agents. Sign another center. Looks like the best two here are either Kevin Cormier, who played for us last season, and Matt Drakeford. So might as well bring back Kevin. I guess it was season before last. He played for us, right? Had to have been. Season before last, he averaged 4.1 points per game. So we can go ahead and re-sign him to the minimum contract. That puts us a little further in the hole with the cap space, but it's still not terrible. Only 8 million below. And chances are we will not be able to hang on to Bennett. So that alone will clear up the 8 million and plenty more. Unless he wants to re-sign. But man, yeah, we are kind of dominating right now, as you can see. So can't complain too much with the current circumstances. Yeah, let's move Kevin up, and he'll get some playing time, I assume. Oh yeah, this is much better, much more balanced. It looks like Anderson will get to start, and no, he's not a bad player. I mean, he averaged, well, I say that I've seen the 16.8, but that was for a G League team. And so was the 19.8. So, you know, not the greatest player in the world, but he'll do. And let's go ahead. And this team has not been doing well anyway, the Mystics. So hopefully we can pull this win off. Oh, we actually lost. Hopefully we'll get some players back pretty soon. So. All right. We play the Hoops next, who are undefeated so far. So let's check and see how things are going. The same four players are injured, so I don't see any reason to change the lineup, to be honest. Let's go ahead. And another loss. So yeah, these injuries are clearly affecting us. We got the Eagles next, and we still have 4 injured players. So looks like Daniels is back, but Fortson is out, which really stinks. So let's see how. They want to start Bryson and Kit, and I don't know how to feel about that. Let's see. Bryson is not a great passer, so I don't know about having him at the point. Of course, Kit's even worse. Why can't we just play Mitchell at the point? I like that. I like that better. And we can probably play Bryson at the 2. Let's check out Anderson real quick. Yeah, Anderson's sort of one-dimensional. He's kind of a shooter, but not all that great at it. Even so, I say we put Mitchell at the point and we put Bryson at the 2. He can play the 2. Of course, he's 6'10". That's pretty big for a 2, but it's Crowley. Crowley is 6'8". You know what? Let's put Crowley at the 2, Bryson at the 3, Daniels at the 4, Bennett at the 5. What does that look like? Yeah, I think that this looks better personally. So let's run with this until we get Fortson's out 3 days. Voskel's still out 3 more days. Man. And Mitchell has an injury. My goodness. We are getting uh, absolutely squashed at these injuries. We'll start Kit, I suppose. Parker's back, at least. Let's put him at the 4. And we'll move Daniels up to be the 6th man. Kit, Crowley, Bryson, Parker, Bennett, Daniels, Anderson. Man. Another injury. 5 injured players. I can't believe this. At least we have a day off here. I felt really good about this season. Still could be okay. We got two injured players now, so we got 3 coming back. I think I'll sign another player, but yeah, looks like everyone's back except Mitchell and Kevin, and Kevin probably won't play anyway unless we have injuries. So this looks much better. Voskel, Fortson, Crowley, Parker, Bennett. That's our original starting lineup. Bryson at the 6, Daniels at the 7. We got the core part of our team now. The only thing really missing is Kit's sort of the backup reserve point guard instead of Mitchell. So still got that to look forward to coming back. But um, update on the game: UConn is leading 71-42 on Illinois right now. So this 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. I mean, UConn is in the Final Four basically. Um, I sort of have an affinity toward UConn a little bit. Um, most Kentucky fans, as myself, don't because UConn beat us in 2011, and I think that was the Final Four. They beat us in 2011, and they beat us again in 2014 in the championship game. So there's definitely reason to dislike UConn if you're a Kentucky fan, but one of the first games I ever watched ever was the 1999 championship game between UConn and Duke, and UConn had Khalid El-Amin and Richard Hamilton and Jake Voskel and Ricky Moore and that team, Kevin Freeman. And that shows you how much I watched that game. Rushmel Jones, I Suleiman, something Suleiman. Uh, there was a Saunders on the team, so I remember basically the whole team. Um, I watched that game like 100 times. I had it taped, and for some reason it just mesmerized me. mesmerized me. So I'll always have an affinity to that 1999 UConn team when they won their first title. Beat a Duke team absolutely loaded with NBA players: Elton Brand, Corey Maggette, William Avery, Trajan Langdon, Shane Battier. So yeah, the Duke team was, I think, I read online at one point, I don't know if it still holds up, but that was the largest, uh, like as far as the spread goes, the largest supposed margin of victory. Duke was supposed to kind of wipe the floor with UConn in that game. In terms of a championship game, it was the largest spread, and Duke was supposed to win easily, and UConn won that game. And if you haven't never seen that game, I recommend it. Great game, close game. Um, anyway, I'm rambling, but I love rambling about basketball. It's one of my favorite things on this green earth. So let's go ahead and do this next game against the Royals. Hopefully we get back to winning, and we do. Man, George Parker getting it done. Um, so we're now 4-4. I'm gonna go back and look at Parker's game there. He had yeah, excuse me, 11 points, 15 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. But Fortson was still the player of the game with 39 points. Um, so you can see Click had 12, Daniels had 12. We went 18 of 36 from three, which is pretty solid. We shot better from three than we did from the field overall. So uh, pretty solid game. And we have no games on this day, so we'll keep going. And we have the Knights here with, we still have 2 injured players, and everything looks the same. So George Parker is injured again, but looks like a short injury. We'll put Daniels in for Parker. And all right, so we have the next game here against the Condors. And I want to make sure things still look like they should, and they do. And we'll go ahead. Okay, we lost, but we leveled up. So we'll go ahead, and we are 5-5 now. I expected to do a little bit better, but we've had a lot of injuries. Let's go ahead and level up. Let's see. We have 5 points, so we'll just increase everything by 1 point. And no games on this day. 7 injured players. Gosh. Okay, we do have a game here, but we have 6 injured players. So in my opinion, we'll be signing someone else. Uh, yeah, this is crazy. Let's just see how things look. They still want to play Fortson with the injury, but I don't want to do that. So, um, let's see. Let's go to the dashboard. Yeah, we can sign another shooting guard in place to help us out with to get some of these guys back. So let's sign free agents. And there are 5, 4, 3, 3 seconds left in the UConn Illinois game. And it is officially over. UConn wins 77-52. Congrats to the UConn Huskies on making another Final Four. Um, yeah, not a lot to choose from here in terms of shooting guards. You know what? I say we just sign the best shooter available, which is Terry Rich. Look at Terry Rich here. His outside shooting is 100. So, yeah, I'm signing this dude. You kidding me? Sign Terry Rich. And now let's look at our depth chart. Yeah, we want to start Terry Rich and start Kit. Fordson might play 5 minutes, but you know what? That's fine. Um, I don't think that'll risk things too bad. All right, let's go ahead and play this game with an extremely hobbled lineup. Uh, hey, we actually won. I'm curious to see how Terry Rich did. He had 16 points, 5 of 9 from 3. So, yeah, pretty good game for a 1.5-star player. I mean, that alone, the fact that he's 100 at outside shooting, he should be like a 2.5 anyway. I mean, he kind of does stink at everything else, but uh, dude is a man. I mean, he's like I don't know if any viewers have ever played NBA Jam 2000 on the Nintendo 64. But yeah, if you ever play that game or find yourself, um, let's say you're kidnapped and held hostage and you're about to be murdered, and the only way that I probably shouldn't have said that word. Watch me get censored now. Um, let's say you're in a dangerous predicament And the only way out of it is to win a game on NBA Jam 2000. Select the Lakers, which the Lakers are good anyway from that year. They have Kobe and Shaq. But it's not even about Kobe or Shaq. It's about Glenn Rice on that game. Because his overall from three is at 95. And all you have to do is pass to Glenn Rice and shoot threes over and over and over, and you'll win. Same way with NBA Live 2000 on the 64 or the PlayStation 1. On those games, you can unlock Michael Jordan, and it's pretty hard because you have to beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. You don't know how to do it? Pick Glenn Rice. Shoot threes. I'm just saying. I know I'm rambling a lot today, but I'm giving you some good advice here. And the last game we'll do is against the Gears here. Fortson is still out, but Bryson's still out. But most of our other players are back. So actually, let's just flip things around. I'm fine with Voskuhl and Rich starting. Yeah, this actually looks not bad at all. So and we won 7-5 now. Not bad. And we'll stop right here on the games. Let's check out the depth chart. Can we get Fortson back? Yes, Fortson is back. So he will start. We're still going to start Terry Rich a lot here because maybe the game wants to start him because he can knock it down from three. But look, in the first two games, he's averaging 20 points. So he must have had 24. Is that right? Yeah, 24 points in the second game. 6 for 8 from three. All right, we may have potentially found a 1.5-star player that can just absolutely fill it up. And we got him for like the minimum contract, so that's awesome. Speaking of contracts, I do want to look at the contracts real quick. Yeah, I would have given Trey Rich an extension right now, but I don't think we can. I don't want to give Tyler Kidd an extension. I mean, 1.5 stars. He's not a particularly great shooter. Bennett, I'm believing, going to probably still wait on free agency. Yes, he will. And Fortson, does he want to do the same thing? Yeah, the thing about Fortson is, well, can I do this? You cannot offer more than a 2-year extension, so it'd be best to just not monkey with that right now. Maybe we can do that next season. We still have him for this season and next season. Parker is only 23. He's really good, so I wouldn't mind offering an extension on Parker. Yeah, same thing. So I don't think I can do any more than I've already done on the contracts. I just wanted to make sure on that real quick. And I think that's it for this video. So hopefully I'll have another video up sooner than 10 days from now. Yeah, check out the standings real quick if you want. To the conference standings. Yeah, we are 5th right now. So, not we had a lot of injury problems too, so keep that in mind. Not too bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. If you like it, keep coming back, keep an eye out. Hopefully I'll get to upload again fairly soon. I usually don't upload on weekdays, but next weekend I should be able to get a video out fairly easily, I would think, unless something's going on. And with that being said, until next time.